Did you know your morning banana might have traveled 2,000 miles before you even ate it? That's like going from New York to Los Angeles, just to end up in your breakfast bowl. Today, we're explaining global trade, but not the boring way. We're breaking it down at 5 completely different levels, from kids to seniors. By the end of level 5, you'll understand something that affects every dollar you earn, and maybe even your next banana. Let's start at the beginning, with a lemonade stand. Imagine you and your friend each sell lemonade, but you use different recipes. If your lemonade is better, more people will buy it. If your friend's is cheaper, more people might choose that. That's the basics of trading, and it's how countries work too. Now imagine if the whole school was a country. Some countries are good at making toys, others at growing bananas. They trade to get what they need. But in the real world, this gets a lot more interesting. Let's see how it works for older folks. You've probably bought something online before, like a new phone or a pair of shoes. Did you ever wonder where it came from? Over 100 million tons of bananas are traded globally every year. That's enough to fill over 10,000 cargo ships, just for bananas. Global trade affects prices. If a country grows a lot of bananas, prices go down. If there's a storm, prices go up, just like in your favorite video game. Now let's see the machinery behind all of this, the big picture of how it all moves. Global trade is like a giant game of chess, with countries as players and goods as pieces. Some countries specialize in one thing, like Costa Rica with bananas. Costa Rica alone exports 30% of the world's bananas. That's like one city making 1 out of every 3 bananas you've ever eaten. Economists like Adam Smith and David Ricardo help shape how we think about trade. Smith said countries should focus on what they're best at and trade for the rest. But theory is one thing. Here's how it plays out in real life. Let's see how it affects adults and businesses. Understanding global trade can save you money. If you know where goods come from, you can predict price changes and maybe even invest wisely. Businesses use global trade to keep costs low. For example, Apple designs phones in the US, but many parts come from China and South Korea. Policy decisions shape trade. Tariffs, for example, can make imported goods more expensive, which affects your wallet. And finally, the lesson that only decades of experience can teach: global trade is a long game. It's not just about today, but about building relationships and stability for the future. Global trade has shaped the world for centuries. From the Silk Road to the banana trade, it's always been about connecting people and goods. In the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution changed how goods were made and traded. It created new markets and new challenges. What history teaches us is that markets are always changing. What worked 100 years ago might not work today, but the principles remain the same. Philosophically, global trade is about value, not just money, but what people are willing to give and receive for something they need. And what current trends mean for future generations is this: global trade is becoming more complex, but also more connected than ever before. Let's go back to the beginning, a simple lemonade stand. Now you see how it connects to the world. Which level changed how you think about money? Let us know in the comments.